Hello, everybody. Welcome to Dungeons & Dragons. Welcome to EvoTech, where we play Dungeons & Dragons sometimes.
Yep.
I promise we'll be on time eventually.
Recap of what happened last time.
So the city is just gone. Everybody in the city is just disappeared.
Or maybe we disappeared.
Well, we're at Reximus's home. Reximus had an existential crisis, an emotional breakdown. Chrissy was just kind of there, and then Reximus told his genie to go find more information. He went off, came back with our good old friend Tick, who said he could provide information. We start with Alcides and Reximus in the room with mblohr the genie, Tick, and Tat is chilling on a roof. So, Tat, you currently sit on the top of the roof. What are you doing?
What time is it?
It's maybe 1:32-ish.
So yeah, I'm just looking out over the city and the surrounding countryside. Do I see any signs of, like, fire, smoke, people, anything? Carts moving around in the far distance?
You see some smoke and some fire coming from a building a couple blocks away, but no people, no carts, no sounds. It's silent. Usually a city is bustling. You hear no noises. No people in the streets, no carts, no animals, no birds. There's no noise in the city whatsoever.
Weird. So am I on top of the building that Chrissy's currently in?
Yes. Chrissy, you are currently in the servant quarters of Reximus's home, the Snarlshire Manor. Tad has just run off, and you currently stand alone.
I guess I'll go inside the main house.
You head into the main home. You hear some talking from upstairs, coming from Alcides and Reximus, and then you hear them very surprised, and then you hear two more voices, Alcides and Reximus. You now stand in front of mblohr, Reximus' genie, and Tick, the wonderful madman that you have both had fun interactions with thus far. Tick stands, big grin on his face, kind of his coat flourished back. So, you needed assistance, to my understanding. I don't quite know what he's talking about. He just told me to bring him here because he might know what's going on. Sorry.
I'm not sure where to even begin. There's so much going on. Where is everyone? I mean, where are the people? There's no one.
No, there are people. People are everywhere. They're still doing their thing. You're not here.
How do you explain just a lack of people in the city?
You're not here. Like I said.
Okay, all right. Well, let's be clear.
What?
Where is here?
Where you're not. That's literally what I just said. You are not here, and here is not where you are.
Very helpful.
Is Chrissy in the room at this point?
My head already hurts enough. This is like not.
Yeah, I have a headache in real life. This is hurts.
So, Chris, you walk up the stairs to see a man you have never interacted with. mblohr, Reximus' genie, Reximus and Alcides. The man you've never met is very colorful. He's got like a masquerade mask on, purple mask with stars and space. It looks like the night sky on it, and it moves as if it's the night sky.
I want that.
His cloak also shimmers with this purple kind of glow to it. It's hard to look at. It's hard to focus on.
Can I rip off his mask?
I don't know if you want to know what's under there.
Before this happens, I'm gonna say I would not recommend that.
12.
Ooh, boy! He's got a +8 to dexterity.
Okay. Yeah.
+8. So you reach for his face and he just goes, nope. I see what you're trying to do there. First time. Would you like to see behind the mask?
I don't know.
That's too bad. Anyways, what do you want to know?
So you're telling me we're not actually here?
No. I am here. Everything is fine where I am.
Where is
You're
everyone
not.
else?
Where are you? What do you?
I'm in the city, but you're not.
What?
Reximus is just done with life.
Explain that.
What else is there to explain? You are not in the city.
We are.
Where are we?
You're not in the city. That's where are.
Tick. I'm about to use this 20 strengths.
Are you saying we're on another plane of existence?
Oh, hello, welcome. Yes, you are quite clever. See, she's smart. She gets it.
Okay, but you could have just said that instead of saying where we aren't.
But that was less fun.
As he says, I just slam my hand on the table. I'm just like,
okay, well, if we're in a different plane, what plane are we?
That one I can't answer because I actually don't know.
we're not in the ethereal plane, are we?
Ethereal plane? No, not really. It's kind of like a mindscape. sort of thing? Not
But
really.
how do you see it?
How do you not see me? How do I not see you? Wait, what? Sorry. I'm getting confused with words. I mean, I'm like covered in magical items and curses and cursed objects. I see everything. Everything. But you know, it's fine.
I don't think I want to know much more past that. Thank you.
You said we're in some sort of mindscape?
Sort of. It's not like a real alternate plane of existence. It's not like the ethereal plane or the hellscape that is hell. But you are. Well, how do I explain?
Purgatory?
Sort of, but not really. It's like someone else's purgatory to get you away from something that's happening. Does that make sense? That doesn't make sense.
So how do we get back?
Yes.
What?
No.
What? That's what I have the answer to. That's a good question. But you tried to grab my face, and I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm just frustrated, that's all.
Understandably.
Alright.
I'm just on a roof.
Well, I can say the Emperor is still here. Well, not here, but there, with you.
So does he have something to do with this?
Something to do with it? Probably. He's done a lot of things. This is like experimenting with magic, starting wars. It's
So
big old mess inside the Emperor.
would the answer be to go to him?
Probably. That is one solution you could have.
Question, Blue, have we met the Emperor?
No. Like, even for you, Reximus, you have never met the Emperor. You've had interactions with people in his courtroom, but you've never actually met the Emperor.
But I know where he is, right?
Yeah, you know where the Emperor lives.
Okay.
He lives on the top layer in the giant castle that he's built.
So everyone knows, basically.
Yeah.
We really don't have another choice.
I mean, you have several many choices, but, you know, it's up to you to find them. I'm not gonna, like, puppet your way through this city. It's not my thing.
Well, hold on. You said you can see everything.
Yes.
So what's he doing?
No, I'm not, like, omnipresent. I can't see everything. I just see into different dimensions. That's right. Like, I can see, like, every dimension is on the same plane, but a different plane, right? It's like a filter. And I just see all of them at the same exact time. Quite a mess, right?
Alright,
You like to see all of them?
alright. Here. Busrock.
Okay. Yeah.
I need you to possibly get some information about what the Emperor could be doing, but please don't bring him back here this time. Just
sorry.
come back yourself, by yourself.
Okay, I will do my best. I will be back shortly. And you watch as he begins to dissipate like he normally does.
Mhm.
And then suddenly his like smoky shifting stops and shudders and he gets thrown back into a wall. And he's unconscious.
Oh, okay. I run over and like check his breathing.
He's still breathing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, as much as an ethereal
Yeah.
genie can do. He's just, he is out. Well, that didn't go as planned. Fun. Dick's just kind of standing there. Cat, while that's all happening, what are you doing currently?
Existential crisis, just kind of sitting there, unless anything happens, like makes sound or I see anything that catches my interest. I'll just kind of sit here for a second.
It goes from just a complete and utter silence with no noise whatsoever to you hear the clanging of metal. It's not like super close, but it's not far away either. Like it's in the vicinity of the manor, basically, that you can tell. But it's so sudden. It just goes from silence to one set of metal footsteps.
Can I like stand up and try to like crane my 1 extra foot of height to try to look around?
It's hard to see because you're kind of in the backyard of the manor, in like where the servants' quarter is,
Mhm.
and you try looking over the house as best you can. It's a little bit difficult, but you can see a semi-red glow-ish coming from the front of the home, but you can't see past the house itself. It's just kind of like a reddish glow.
Is the door that Myrtle went in to the main house still open?
Yes, it is still open, but it's the backyard is on the other side of the house from where the red glow is.
Okay. Could I sneak around the side of the house and try to take a peek at whatever this glow is in the front of the house?
Yeah, it's going to take you a little bit just because it's
Climbing down from a roof.
climbing down from the roof, going there. Looking back to the people inside the house, you all stand in this room with an unconscious genie. As you're kind of like shaking mblohr or Reximus and like checking to see if he's still breathing, he begins to like disappear, sort of, kind of like dissipate into smoke again.
I'm not
Kind of
feeling
how he-
so
how
good,
he's-
Mr. Reximus.
It's very similar to what happens when he just goes back to his own like little mini dimension, basically where he lives, where he resides. What is it that you three are doing now that you are in a room alone with Tick, more or less?
Yeah, it'd be great if you could, fill us in a little bit more, since you seem to know so much about all this whole situation. What's going on out there in the world?
Nothing. Everything's fine. A couple houses are burning, but that's just because of like normal outcomes of the cities are getting raided and all. But that's fine.
Wait, the city's getting raided?
Did I say that?
Who's raiding the city?
That I don't know. It's just happening, really.
Does this have anything to do with Reximus's and I's encounter earlier with the shadow figures?
I wasn't there for that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so we had this guy, his name was Vlad, and then I punched Reximus for making a rude comment, and then he attacked me.
Why are you... Okay, this is such a long explanation. It was a fake version of another person. It was a duplicate.
Yes.
Doppelganger. Yeah, shapeshifters.
But there was multiple.
Possibly. You might or might not have done a giant big explosion of magical energy at that party, which summoned a bunch of stuff here, right? So possibly.
What? Are you
So
saying...
we can blame the beans.
So we
Pretty
can
much.
blame the
Pretty much, yeah. As this conversation is happening, Chrissy, you hear from outside the house somewhere, you hear some metal clanking. But
You
neither
see
Tick nor Alcedes hear it. Up for a second. Huh. Well, that's my cue to go. Have fun, guys.
Wait, no,
He disappears.
Do y'all not hear that?
Okay, what?
When she points it out, you do hear kind of a soft, distant
Oh no.
tap on her way down to go see it.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check for me. 10 total. You don't think whatever it is has noticed you, because it's the similar clanking of metal, and eventually it stops as you kind of like get to the corner, you kind of peek around. And
Top
you
10
see
enemy
a metal suit of armor with this red glow coming from inside. To either side of it stands two large black dogs.
I'm guessing a helmed horror and hellhounds?
Yes, you're absolutely correct.
Oh, goodness.
I'm frightened.
Question. Can the Hellhounds be
Alright, we'll go
tamed?
You don't know that there are hellhounds yet. So, Ted, you look around the corner
yeah.
and you do see these three beings, so one on either side of the giant suit of metal. And it stops at the front door and just kind of stands there for a few moments. The hellhounds on either side look around, sniffing the air, and with that, you do kind of like put your back to the wall and try not to be found again. The last thing you see before you hide behind the wall is one of the hellhounds, one of the dogs looks towards your direction. Back on the inside, Chrissy, you pointed out. Do you guys hear that?
I just say, I'm gonna go see what it is, and I, rush towards the front door.
You rush down to the front door, and as you get down the stairs and you start going towards the front door, you hear, and then it stops.
Do I have one of those, peepholes?
Your house would, because you're rich.
But his snout is this much longer than
Yeah, it would have to be a weird peephole.
Yeah, no,
Like a
he has one
little
of those weird,
telescope thing.
yeah, the telescope thing. It just goes like,
Telescope.
Kind of like a telescope thing. Susan Christie, are you following him downstairs?
yes.
I push a button and a periscope pulls down, and I'm like, okay.
You see outside your house this empty helmet with just this red glow coming out from the inside, standing there, just waiting. Since you're looking at it this way, you don't see the hellhounds. You just see that standing in the doorway.
Okay.
Standing in front of the door.
How big is it?
It's a little bit bigger than a normal man. About 6, 7 foot-ish, 6.5.
Jeez, okay. So, here's the deal. There's, something outside the door right now. Not sure if he's gonna choose to knock on the door or bust it down. Very unclear right now. But I'm kind of leaning towards busting the door, because he's,
Reximus? Does
yeah.
he look demonic?
Let's see. Glowing bread. Looks evil. Yeah, pretty much.
Great. That's how I wanted to spend my
Just leaves.
Okay, so this I have a confession. This armor may not be the best against demons, but okay.
All right, so we have two options. We can either greet him, or
Wait,
we can leave out the back door.
or we could turn the tables on him. Instead of him busting the door open, we'll bust the door out on him.
Do you know how much this costs? Like,
Do you know how much money you have? You can get a new door.
that's fair. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think we should open the door for him. One, I don't think he's here to sell cookies.
All right, yeah, no, I definitely agree. So, all in favor of running out the back door.
And all in favor to kick the door back out at them.
As that boat goes up, Tad, my tiny friend, what are you doing? You're on the sidewalk still.
Well, I don't know much about the world, but I don't think that that's normal or looking like a good sign. I'm kind of freaked out about the whole situation. I'm not sure if I really even know these allies well enough for me to like have a strong connection with them or want to help them or whatever. So I'm thinking about just ditching.
I like those odds.
Try to go back to the back door.
Alcides, and Chrissy.
All right, you guys start going. I have an idea. I'll catch up with you.
I go, fine, you guys are no fun.
Are you sure you got this?
Yep.
Reximus, do you really want to do this on your own? What's your plan?
I'm rested up and I'm angry, so I definitely got something cooking up for whatever this dude wants.
When I'm angry.
There's no time to explain before he comes in the door. You just need to go. You just said you're vulnerable to this kind of thing, so you should probably get out of
I'm not sure
here.
if it's a denomic. It looks denomic, but that doesn't mean it's
Denomic?
Yeah, stop saying denomic. It's demonic.
I'm just
What are you
imagining,
doing?
Like, the suit of armor creature standing outside, like they're having an interesting conversation in there. I'll let them do it.
Yeah, I can hear this. Yeah, man, they're having this nice conversation. I don't want to interrupt them. That's kind of rude.
Listen, you're really good at protecting people, all right? And I'm not losing anyone else today, so you need to get out of here and you need to make sure that she gets out of here safe.
Then I also need to make sure you get out of here safe.
I will take care of myself, please.
Fine, but if you die on me before I get a before I get a chance to kill you, just don't die.
Yep. Okay, now go.
Fun fact. That's a perfect sound effect as
as the door gets hit.
a fist hits the door. Yes. As you two are finishing up your conversation, you watch as the door cracks and a metal fist flies through part of it, pulls back out,
Cool.
and it goes again for the door.
Have fun.
Go.
Just turn around.
It punches another hole through the door, and it is now falling apart. And as you see, it is a large metal thing. And now, as the door is falling apart, you see two hounds next to it.
Star says, Reximus, I can take care of myself. Also, Reximus got knocked out by a pat in the back.
Okay, listen. Yeah, that was not a pat on the back. I see that he leaves, and I turn around to face what I thought was the night. Now that I see is multiple things. I want to cast Sleep.
First things first, I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Okay, sick.
All right, then here we go.
Ooh, let's go.
Chrissy, you are currently moving to the back of the house. During that whole conversation, you have made it basically to the back. You're a couple feet away from the back door. You do have your movement. What are you just trying to get out of the house, pretty much? Yeah. All right. You get out to the backyard, basically, and that's all your movement. Next up is Alcides. You are on your way out of the house. Are you going to just, again, also, same thing as Chris, use all your movement to get out?
Yes.
Okay. You use all of your movement to get out. Next up is the Hellhounds. One of them begins to go through the door. It begins clawing at the wood and biting at the wood. It's getting a bunch of the door out of the way. The other Hellhound that you see runs off in a direction around the house. Tat, who's your guy?
Okay, so I already was trying to stealth towards the back of the house, the back door. Has anything changed? Like, do I notice the dog coming after me?
You hear breaking of wood, and you look back, and you see one of the dogs just coming for you.
From around the corner?
From around the corner. It makes its way, it is currently just now making its way around the corner. It's not close to you. It's coming towards you, though.
So I'm like on one corner of the house, and he's coming on the other corner of their house?
Yeah, basically. You have made it to one corner of the house in that time. So you
Okay.
see the backyard, and you see Chrissy coming out the backyard.
Okay. So we're currently standing on like dirt or grass or something, right?
Dirt or
Both
grass.
me and the
It's
dog.
primarily grass, yeah.
Yeah, we pay people. We keep it nice.
So if I were to cast the spell Mold Earth, targeting a 5-foot section of dirt directly underneath the hound, and then excavate it and move it up 5 feet, so it just like becomes
Basically a
a
dirt
block
wall.
of dirt above the dog, would the dog fall into the hole and have the dirt fall on it? I don't know what this spell is capable of.
You can't move it up. It moved to the side, along the ground.
I see. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's just earthbend and like have a wall of dirt pop up in front of this dog
Okay.
while I'm continuing my retreat towards the backyard.
Just stomps on the ground. Just
I'll say that works, yeah. So you go ahead and do that. You turn around, cast the spell, and it goes into a bit of a wall.
Did I take the dirt from underneath the dog's feet and put it in front of him?
Yes, that is pretty much what you've done. From what you can assume, it just went like, and
Amazing.
like it stumbles, basically. Never mind,
Mrs.
so yeah,
Gardner's going to be so sad.
if Mrs. Gardner does come back,
Or if we come back. Imagine this
Yeah.
is actually happening in the real world, too, and the gardener's just watching and he's like, my garden!
all of a sudden, what the? Then you use your movement to continue into the backyard.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, you basically meet up with Chrissy at this point. You two are like right here. You're a little bit behind Chrissy. Looking back, you see Alcides getting to the doorway, and you see Reximus inside the house.
There are bad dogs outside. We should go.
There's barking and howling from the Hellhounds.
So yeah, I'll just keep going
Dash farther. Yeah, okay.
the same direction as Chrissy and Alcides are going, but I'll just
But faster than them.
just
yeah.
faster than them.
Alright, yeah. You like meet up with Chrissy and then go a little bit ahead of her as you.
Yeah,
guys
I'm
are
just
running.
like, we should go, and then I keep
we
going.
should go. And you just go.
it's just Naruto running by.
On your left.
So then, Reximus, it's your go.
I just want to take a couple steps to the side towards the hallway, but so that I still have an angle
On the door.
on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I might not have cover, but I at least want to be close to it so that I can leave as fast as possible. So I'm going to ready an action to cast Sleep as soon as that door breaks.
So once they enter the room,
Yes.
you're casting it.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, moving to the home horror, it finishes kicking through the door, and
Mhm.
the door breaks open and hits the floor. And it takes a couple steps into the room. It takes a second to locate you, and it begins to move towards you. Not fast. It's not running towards you. It is just slowly. moving.
So I guess I cast Sleep.
You take the second, cast the spell.
21.
Yeah. The suit of armor continues walking towards you. It doesn't look like it has any effect.
Dude.
The Hellhound for a moment does, as it's kind of beginning to walk forward, it like stumbles for a second and catches itself as
Mhm.
if it's like nodding off for half a second, and then it just keeps coming at you.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
It
No,
doesn't
that's
have any
cool.
effect.
Yeah.
It's on the Helmed Horror's turn,
Oh.
and it has now made its way through the door. It is now currently in front of you.
Okay.
And it is going to just kind of stare at you. It doesn't attack you. It's just staring at you with this red, empty hole that is where its head should be.
I think I know what's gonna
Go ahead and
happen.
make a intelligence check for me.
Oh, God.
Looking at it, you get the sense that it isn't there for you. It's like measuring you up and down, trying to figure out what you are. You get the sense that it isn't looking for you exactly. Next up, Chrissy, it's your turn.
I guess just out of concern, I kind of look back to see like if I can see what's going on in there.
You look back and you see the giant suit of armor is now currently standing in front of Reximus. A giant black dog with like
Hello, Luma.
red,
Weapon stream.
kind of a red glow coming from the inside of it and like some magma dripping from its lips starting to come in through the door. You also see this giant wall of dirt around one of the sides of the house from where Cat came from.
So my dagger, I can see that I can throw it.
There's nothing within
Would
6
I
feet.
have it?
You can chuck the knife at Reximus if you want.
No, I don't want to kill Rex.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Why
You don't want
not?
to. You don't want to kill Sue.
Yes, he's
Yo,
Uh,
okay.
You cut out, so it just seems like you just called him some terrible, terrible things.
God, Stu's such a...
I guess I will pull out my sword and head back in that direction just in case the little poke.
Okay. So you start heading back to the house. You like stop in your tracks. You get back to the door. Oh yeah, you also do see Alcides. Alcides is at the door. Sorry, I forgot about that. So actually, your knife would hit Alcides first, before Reximus. Next up, Alcides. You are standing at the door, you're continuing to go, and you hear the door behind you fall apart and the metal footsteps on wood as the thing is coming inside.
So do I notice that it's not reacting in any way? It's just kind of standing.
So you turn around and look, and you do see that it is just stopped in front of Reximus and is kind of staring at him for a few moments.
We're not actually sure if this thing's in a danger to us because it isn't doing anything currently to go after any of us.
It
Other
punched
than-
down a door, and the dog ripped through the door with its lava teeth. So, I mean,
but it's not after Stu. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here, and I'm gonna use one of my divine senses.
Well, you detect good and evil and fiends, so you detect the Hellhound coming through the door.
Mm-hmm.
But with this, you don't sense any good or evil coming from the horror.
So it's not a fiend.
From what you can tell, it does not glow with your.
Cool. Something I know I will do is I'm going to use a potion of healing. I need heals.
All right, so you're back up at full health.
Yeah, exactly.
You take your action to just down this bottle of healing, and you get this one nice calming sensation. And then the adrenaline kicks back in, and you realize, stuff's happening.
I want to be within Stu and ready a protection.
If it's a reaction, you don't need to ready it. I don't think.
You don't.
Okay, yeah, actually, yeah. Okay, yeah.
No,
Then I'm gonna be within 5 feet.
All right, and then it is the Hellhound that was chasing Tad. You're still running. You're just going.
Yep.
The Hellhound takes a few moments to climbs up on top of it and continues going, and it easily is catching up to you.
Okay. How close am I to the slave quarters or servant quarters? Sorry, wow.
Slave?
Slaves.
Who do you think I am? I pay my servants very well, okay?
Apparently not well enough because there's none of them here.
All right.
You're fairly close to it. Your next turn, you can get inside of it. But you do hear the paws getting closer.
So even with my dashing, it's still catching up right now?
You hear little beams.
You hear the paws, and then you hear the paws getting farther away. Chrissy, as you're going to the door, you see the Hellhound coming around the corner, and then immediately turns and starts heading the same direction as you, looking as though it's trying to cut you off. Next up is the Hellhound inside the house. After the spell from Stuart, it stumbles for a second and then continues moving, and it's slowly beginning to walk through the door, and then it bursts with full animalistic speed straight under the legs of the giant suit of armor. It sees you, goes around you, Reximus, sees Alcides, and it just pounces.
All right. I think we know who they're here for.
So it jumps up onto you and tries to bite into your shoulders. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for that.
Oh, puppy.
Oh, puppy, okay. So it pounces on you, Alcides, and it digs its teeth into your armor. 11 points of damage to you. As its teeth
I'm glad I healed. I am glad I healed.
Yeah, you were gonna be dead right now. Digs into your shoulder, and it just heat fills your armor as you just feel the burning of hellfire go through your skin. Next up is Task. It is your turn. You are right now just about in front of the servant quarters, so you can get back. You can get inside there if you'd like.
Well, first, let me take a brief steal of a glance over my shoulder. What's the situation? I'm not being chased anymore. Everyone's
you are
fighting in
not
the
being
house.
chased. It looks like the Hellhound had hard turned to go toward either to cut off Chrissy or to go in the house. You can't tell which though. And the Hellhound hasn't quite reached her, but it's about to get there.
Can I attempt to use my bonus action to hide just inside the door of the servants' quarters?
So you get inside and just kind of hide around the corner of the door. Yeah. So go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
17 total. So I don't know if you're able to use a sneak attack on the same turn that you hide, or if you have to wait till the next turn. I'm not sure exactly how sneak attacks work. I've never actually done one. But, I guess you need to have advantage according to the official rules.
Stealth gives you advantage when you attack something, and it doesn't know if you're there.
If I can, for my main action, can I take out my my sham, my musical instrument, load a dart into it, and at the dog that's coming after Chrissy? That's a natural 19 plus 6, so 25.
Yeah, you just get a dart in it. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your 1d6 plus 4, and then your additional 2d6.
16 damage total. Dart in the neck.
Yeah, basically. Actually, with that roll, you get it basically in the ear. It's just straight up dart in the ear from that distance.
Nice. But I'll remain around that corner if I can.
So you kind of like after that, you like begin to hide behind the corner again. Reximus, here we go.
I see that this thing passed me over and attacked him.
Straight up, like went right past you.
Yeah.
And like you went straight for.
So
yes.
I have a certain specialty that no one else does. So I'm going to use it. I turn back to the big thing and I just say,
whoa.
What is the meaning of this? What are you doing here?
No, diplomats.
I'm trying to address the suit of armor, and I want to see if it talks back.
Okay. Doesn't respond.
Okay.
No.
All right.
From what you can tell,
Yeah.
it just got vocal cords.
I turn back around towards the hound that's attacking him.
Can you do something about this?
Yeah, what do you mean? I'll do it. I'm working on it. So the packed weapon that I was given, it disappeared, right? That's what we decided, and then I could just like resummon it. So I make a giant great club appear, and then I'm going to just like bop this thing on the head with it. The hound, 100% the hound.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit it.
7.
You said 7?
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a 7.
No, he rolled less than a 7.
Did you roll a 7 or did you roll less than a
I
7?
rolled a 5, and I added 2.
Oof. So you swing down at it.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, this is going to be easy to hit. It's a non-moving object
Yep.
on Alcides.
Can I have advantage? Because it's right there, and it's distracted.
Swing down at it, and you feel the metal gauntlet from behind you push you into the wall. You feel the metal gauntlet is pushing you out of the way. And so you miss.
Sick.
You whiff the wolf. You can have you roll again to hit. I'm sorry, yeah.
Nope, we're not going to take that. Nope.
All right, cool. All right. So anyways, we tried to help Stuart. So
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead and...
Quick question. When you have advantage, I had advantage in that situation, right? That's why we were getting me to reroll?
Advantage is rolling twice.
Okay.
You get it twice, you take the higher number.
If you get a nat 1, but you have a higher number on the other one.
Yeah, you take the highest number. You take the highest number.
Okay, so we're good. We're good. Okay.
Only on disadvantage.
You did not hit Alcides. You did not hit Alcides.
Sick.
Stuart, if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you in real life.
So then it is the Helm-Tor's turn. Yeah, it pushes you out of the way and kind of into the wall. It kind of jostles you. Yeah, you're able to like hold yourself, and you're kind of holding onto the Hellhound at this point. It's like, oh god. And then you see the Hellhound come over, pull out its long sword. It's going to try to stab you. Its first stab misses, so you kind of like move out of the way.
He goes to like stab. I move the Hellhound in front of me. He's like, no.
Yeah, kind of.
Not my puppy.
This is like, no, I don't.
I will
want that
not
dog.
stab my Minecraft dog.
So then he goes to slash you with the blade, and he just misses you again.
This is
Yeah,
nerve-wracking.
Dodging.
Chrissy, it is your turn. You see a Hellhound coming, what looks like straight for you from the side of the house. You
Please
see,
do something. I don't want to get like trioed up on here.
So the Hellhound, it just still have its like jaws locked on his shoulder area, or is it like?
yeah,
released
it's still
itself from that
locked.
now?
It's still
just, like,
locked onto his shoulder.
Hey, can I get some
Excellent.
help
Okay.
here?
If I go to him and use my bonus action to use my sword to cut the jaws of this dog thing off of him, could I do
It'd
that?
have to be your action, but yes. You could use your movements to kind of get up there and stab the Hellhound in the face, basically. Try to get
Because like what I'm imagining is like getting my sword like through its like cheek thingies, like kind of loosen its jaw off of him.
Yeah, you can try to do that.
Okay,
All right.
then yeah, I'll do that.
This hallway is packed now.
Glad I'm not there.
You're in another building. You're good. This hallway's packed now.
Chilling.
Chrissy, you run up and you go to stab, and you will have advantage on this one. Roll an attack for me with your sword to try and stab the face of the Hellhound.
Boy, I said I got you. 15 plus 6.
15 plus 6.
Nice.
You can, by the way, roll again, just because you do have advantage.
15 again.
Wow.
So, so that's 21.
It's too.
Yeah, you
It's just
jab
fucking
your sword in between like the fleshy bits in its mouth, and you begin to like
Yeah.
go ahead and roll. Have you roll a strength check to try to pry the mouth off of Alcides. You begin to push on the jaw, kind of like this, like pushing it up, and it is not giving. It is clenched onto the metal and the bone and the skin of Alcides. Scales, so you aren't able to get it off. No. Next up, Alcides. You have a Hellhound on you. Your friend has stabbed the Hellhound's mouth, and they're standing behind you. And then your other friend is standing against the wall, trying to help you, but has a giant suit of armor between you two.
So, what are your guys' thoughts on me using a spell that would have hit everyone, pretty much?
Nope, you
What
can't
do you
talk
I'm
mean?
about
glad
it.
I'm far
You just
away.
have to do it.
Yeah.
You have to do it. You can't talk about it.
Yeah.
You can't. You can use your free action to be like, I'm gonna blow everything up, or something like that. But you guys don't have.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm
'Cause, like,
thinking about
yeah.
punch the ground really hard and I might hurt you. Is that okay?
It's also.
This is my house, says Reximus.
Yes.
Do you know how much this costs?
So I'll take that as a yes.
Alright, you just gotta do whatever you're gonna do, bro.
Don't kill me. Hey, I helped you.
Inflict wounds.
On the Hellhound.
Yes.
All right, you have to roll with disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage?
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Fiend, baby.
Yeah, they are.
Roll twice, take the lowest.
Okay. It's a 17.
Oh boy.
And that's an 18!
Bruh, okay.
17 on the dice. So 17 on
Even
the
with
dice.
disadvantage, he rolls better than Stu
Alright,
with
so yeah.
advantage.
You grab onto it like your armor fights you as you're trying to like put your hand on it for this spell, and it's like pushing back, but you push through the armor and grab onto the Hellhound and go ahead and roll your damage. The Hellhound yelps in pain as greenish black necrotic energy like springs from its skin, and it mixes with the red glow from inside of it. The Hellhound loosens its grip, but at this point it's kind of still stuck on him because there is a sword in its mouth. So it can't loosen its grip entirely, so it is still hanging there loosely from Alcides. But it's not like grabbed, and it's still like the teeth aren't inside of you anymore. Its claws are wrapped on you, so it's holding onto you, but it's still got its mouth around you. It can't move its mouth away because Chrissy has its sword in its mouth. So it is now the Hellhound's turns. The one behind that took a dart from Tad stops and just looks at the doorway and sees Tad kind of hiding behind a corner. It's just like, and are you still looking at it?
No, as soon as I fired, I just kind of like hit as much as I could.
So it looks over there.
It
And
might have seen me, though.
it sees you going behind because that is
Yeah.
the end of your action. You're kind of going behind the wall. And to give everyone else kind of an understanding, it takes a second to be like, "Ooh, that was not okay." But I got to do what I got to do. But runs inside the building, and Chrissy, you hear the sound of claws and paws hit the wood as it comes up behind you, and it tries to lash its mouth around your leg.
No, that's nasty.
It tries to bite onto your leg, but you hear this and you look back and you see it coming through your legs, and you kind of like sidestep a bit, and it just skids past you and turns, and it's still like there next to you, kind of its head looking up at you. It, from what you can tell, is coming after you. Also, you see the red beady eyes of the Hellhound look at you, hurt that you are trying to kill it, but then realizes, oh yeah, I'm trying to kill you, and it just it goes from hurt to anger and rage. And you watch as its mouth and the red glow begins to brighten, and a gout of flame is just exhaled onto you. Can you roll for me?
There's a 14 plus 2.
Disadvantage. Roll again.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's 20.
You've rolled it like 3 times. I wish I got those.
Just holding onto your rapier because you just stabbed it in the mouth. You both take 13 points of damage as fire spreads across you, Myrtle.
Don't I have resistance?
Chrissy. You do, yeah, so you take
11.
half of 13.
Does that mean,
I have
okay,
3
wait.
less. Y'all, I'm gonna die.
So it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll kind of like peek around to the door and see, wait, the Hellhound did not come for me. It's instead blowing fire on people. So basically, nobody's paying attention to me. Everyone's fighting in the hallway, right? All in the same, very enclosed space.
Yep.
Okay.
You can see all that's happening, and you hear from close around the building you're in more footsteps outside the building. You hear 6 sets of footsteps. Sorry, 8 footsteps.
Where's the nearest staircase in this servant's quarters to me?
15 feet down the hall, and 2 on the left side of the hall going up.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okie dokie. Oh, wow, that is a 2 plus 1.
You begin to hear whispering and the crying of a small child in your head. It's all coming from all around you, just whispering in a language you can't understand.
Is it inhibiting me from being able to take my action?
Nope, it is not. You just begin to hear whispering and crying of children, the crying of a small child.
Okay. As quickly as possible, I'm just going to continue holding my sham, load another dart, and shoot at the same one that I already hit previously, if I can still have line of sight.
It's a little more difficult, just because
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's a nat 20.
So yeah. Chrissy, you see as you're looking down at the hound that's right next to you, you just see another dart go straight into its face.
So
You did
16.
36 damage.
Holy.
That was quite a dart.
We double what you roll. So Chrissy, you watch as the hellhound is like snarling, staring up at you, and a dart goes straight through its eye. And it's like snarling for a couple seconds,
Yes.
and then it just hits the ground and is dead.
Jeez.
And then I will use my movement to get to the stairs and start going up them as quietly as possible. And wondering why I'm hearing voices in my head.
Reximus, your turn.
Yeah, I'm casting it, dude.
Okay, well, okay. So you...
I'm sure it will help you in combat to know that it is a magic thing attacking you.
Listen.
Yeah, it is. You get a strong
I
magical
lied.
sense coming off of the suit of armor that is attacking Alcides. A strong magical sense coming off the suit of armor Alcides is wearing.
Spell magic. It dies.
That's basically what I wanted to know.
Basically a magical construct.
Okay,
It is held together with magic. Next up is the helm core. It is going to swing its blade at you, Alcides. Stu, what have you done?
you mean?
It misses terribly.
Okay.
Are
Are you blaming me for the bad roll that they got?
bad luck? Yeah,
Got it, okay.
blaming you for that.
Cool.
Because you've had decent luck today. Like it's not terrible rolls
You're calling a 5 and a 1 decent luck? Okay,
compared to the 3 natural ones in a row that you got before. Yeah.
that's fair.
So Alcides, it misses you again.
Yeah.
It is going to do its second attack. Well, that's just because you have 21 armor.
Yeah.
It hits you, but it doesn't go through the armor.
I know if I do something stupid, I'm gonna die, and I really don't want to die.
All right, so you move back closer to the door. As you kind of turn to look at the door, you see 2 more hellhounds coming towards the house. Just slowly walking
great.
towards the house.
Great, that's great. I'm in danger.
We're gonna die today! So
15.
Myrtle, are you still holding your sword, even after your hand got barbecued? Or did you
Probably
drop it?
not. Okay, I'm gonna end my turn because I'm gonna trust you on this niner. Please don't let me die.
As you feel the adrenaline of battle, you are panicking because it's hurting a lot, in fact. You kind of look around you, and you see the 2 things in front of you, and you kind of look back. You see Chrissy stepping away, and you see 2 more figures coming closer to the house. And you just hear in the back of your head, "This is quite a predicament you're in. I can help you if you would like."
God.
You hear that in the back of your head.
It's kite. Oh no.
Bruh.
Take your time with your answer. We'll meet either way. And the world around you kind of slows for a moment. You see Reximus panicking a little bit. Like, you see him moving around, looking at things, but the world is moving a little bit slower. And for a brief moment, you're like, oh, is this what death feels like? No, I'm not about to die yet. What am I talking about? What's happening? I've spared you a couple of moments, but do please be quick with your decisions.
Sure. Let's do it. Yes. I will take your assistance.
Wonderful. And Alcides, you watch as the hellhound that's latched onto your shoulder literally is Thanos snapped away. It like disappears into dust. And the suit of armor, as it's going into swing again,
Thanos
also dissipates into kind of like this dust cloud of just metal magma, and it's just Reximus, you see this as well. Chrissy, as you're looking behind you, you're like, oh god, 2 more. They just burn away.
I like that.
And you are all now standing in Reximus's home. Dust and ash litter the house from the Hellhounds originally walking and breathing fire, but then also from what is left.
Well, I think I scared him off.
Did you guys hear that?
Or what?
Yeah, no, the constant, yeah, biting, and there was like some flames and stuff, and
Pretty sure I heard a
While
choir
that's
of angels
happening-
as my life slipped away from me.
While that's happening, Tat, can I have you roll another wisdom saving throw for me? Where are you in the house, by the way?
Halfway up the stairs.
Halfway up the stairs? Okay.
Yeah, I was still
Combat
going
at
up
this
the
point.
stairs.
As you're going up the stairs, the whispering has stopped, but everything around you starts to get darker and darker. And you get to kind of a halfway point. You look up the stairs, and you see there's a room in front of the stairs. And you watch as these black hands just kind of crawl up from the door.
Nope.
And this figure
Turning around, going the other way, down the stairs.
You immediately turn and start going the other way. And as you get farther away from it, the whispering and the crying gets louder.
This is scary.
Going back to the house, Alcides, Reximus, and Chrissy, you're all there.
All
Alcides,
right.
you asked if they heard that, correct?
Yes.
You hear in the back of your head, "No, my child. They did not. It's just you and I."
This is gonna make me look crazy, but can I look around and then say, "Who are you?"
So Reximus and Chrissy, you watch him. Who are you?
I mean, I have to say this every day. You should know this by now.
Who I am by now?
I mean, I'm okay. All right. I'm Reximus Snarlshire, and I'm the son of.
Do you really want to do this again?
Actually, Alcides, you don't hear. You can hear them. It's just it's very quiet and mumbly. It's muffled and quiet. And you hear in the back of your head, "I am a god, boy. A god who will not betray
Yikes.
you like the last one. I promise. As proof, I have helped you." And you get this warm, calming feeling in your chest as he's talking, as this voice is going through your head. And you feel the wounds and the burns begin to shut and close up on you.
Ooh.
You get 7 health back.
Where's
Okay,
my
should I
mouth?
give some more?
That I can help. And Reximus, "I am Reximus Snarl." Immediately, his talking just immediately goes from mumbly and quiet to, "How many times do I have to tell you?" Yeah, right?
Instinctively, I'm just like,
If you punch him, I'm making you roll damage.
Not again.
It is definitely a shock.
Yeah, you can raise your fist. I don't hear you.
I instinctively raise my fist, and
Yeah.
I'm beginning to swing. I'm like, wait.
This isn't right, yeah.
Whoa. Listen, you asked who I was. I was just explaining. Are you okay?
I just kind of look around, yeah.
All right. Well, we need to figure out what our next step is here.
I'm just annoyed with Reximus being all I'm Rex.
I'm Reximus Snarlshire.
She's probably slumped over against the wall, sitting on the floor.
Your arm and up to
Arm
your
that got
shoulder are
hooked
covered.
up.
So wait, question.
in
Do they
burns.
notice that my gash just kind of closes up?
Yeah, you would notice that the bleeding has kind of stopped on
Mhm.
Alcides.
Okay.
But it's underneath your armor, so they can't see the marks. But
Yeah,
you do see the bleeding has stopped. Okay. You are now going back down the stairs, running away. Correct?
Is there another exit to this building? I'll just head for whichever door seems like it's farther away from that thing.
So you begin to head towards the back door then. The whispering gets back to the normal constant level that it was at originally.
And I might steal a glance back over.
As you steal a glance back over, you kind of turn, and as you're going down the hallway, you turn to look back up the stairs, and you see those black hands, and it's coming back it's coming after you, whatever it is, and it's beginning to go down the stairs.
How fast is it?
Fairly fast. It's it gets to the halfway mark of the stairs where you were, and it's you see this faceless black head with two horn silhouettes coming out of it. It's coming down the stairs.
Although in
and
D&D,
it
there's
just,
no
stops, and its
jump
head
scares, so I'm
turns-
fine.
It just straight snaps towards you, right?
I will keep going.
You keep going. All right. Yeah. So you open up the door. It's not locked, and you just go straight out the door. There is kind of a hedge wall in front of you. You can go left or right or straight to the hedge wall, whichever you prefer.
How solid is the hedge? Is it the kind of leaves that would just part if I pushed on them, or is it I would get poked and
you get
stabbed?
poked and stabbed. There are sticks and branches in it.
Is it still darker
The
around
world
me?
around you, it's gotten brighter as you walk outside, but yeah, it does look darker.
Am I out in direct sunlight, basically? Or is
You
it
are out in
like
direct sunlight.
shadow? Okay.
It is direct sunlight, but it's not shaded exactly, but it feels like there's a cloud over the sun, and when you look up, there's no clouds over the sun. It is dark though. Steal another glance behind you, and you see the thing has kind of stopped at the bottom of the stairs, and is like, there's no back of the body, but it is just like top half torso, long arms with four fingers kind of like this, just like moving towards you, and then the back of it is just this wisp of shadow, and it's like particles coming off of it, of like, from what you can tell, like ash and just darkness coming out from behind it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to run to the right, wave my hand with the gem embedded in it, and I'm going to cast Create Bonfire in the doorway as I'm leaving, hopefully as a way to slow it down or something.
You look back and you cast Create Bonfire, and you watch as the face is looking at you, and it just kind of like, the shadow opens up into this like white mass right here where a mouth would be. It's just like, and your hand begins to burn where the gem is.
Mm-hmm.
And then it sees the fire come up, and the mouth shuts, takes a step back, and then it starts to come forward again. You go right, away from the house. There's another hedge wall, and then you can see another building to the left. It's farther away, and this hedge wall looks thinner, and you could make your way through it. And that looks like it's another 50 or so feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm just going to run basically like as fast as possible, kind of like holding my head from the weird stuff that's happening.
Wisdom saving
And
throw.
yeah, okay. That's a 2+1. Again, I seem to roll that a lot. I'm just running as fast as I can towards the hedge wall that I could maybe make it through. And I'm going to pull up my hood thing, and I'm just going to try to like dive through it, basically.
Okay. As that's happening, your hand begins to burn more. And we're going to go ahead and go back to inside the house, where Alcides is also hearing voices. Alcides, Reximus, and Chrissy, you are all inside the house. Chrissy, you're slumped against the wall, hurting a lot. It burns.
Okay, what the is going on?
I don't know. Do you have anything you want to say to us? Because clearly,
this time,
You had the things going after you.
Okay, so do you all realize what just happened here?
yes, you were attacked, and then they disappeared. So
They didn't just disappear; they were just defeated.
Reximus, you did hear, yes, I'll take your help. And then they disappear.
Okay, I didn't know I heard that part.
Thanks, Magic Dad.
Do you have your own genie?
Do any of them know about my backstory?
No.
In any sense. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up here just so I can explain. Okay, so pretty much happened. It's a short backstory. I used to live in a village with a bunch of my people. We had these things that came to us. They were called the Crawl. The Crawl were a species. Pretty much we met them. I spent a lot of time with them. Didn't really bother us. I was out patrolling one night. Crawl snuck into my village, killed everyone in my village, and yeah. So I came back, saw that happen. I fought Crawl. I killed a Crawl. Crawl didn't kill me. I'm confused. So most paladins have an oath or a god they are tied with. I broke my oath with my god because of that reason. Because they failed me in a time I needed help. And pretty much what happened is I just had another god tell me they would not fail me. And that's what I just said, yes, I will take your help.
While he was explaining all of that, you punch through the wall, basically, through the hedge. You hit the ground, and you look back, and you see again the creature coming towards you. And I'm going to make you roll one more wisdom saving throw.
Haven't had a good track record with those. That's a 4+1.
Okay. And you were immediately just overcome with fear. The fear from before just overwhelms you. And the whispering and the crying, it's so much louder. And the next thing you hear is, host. And then you black out.
Fun stuff.
What?
So Reximus and Alcides.
I'm sorry. You just said God, like a higher being, kind of.
I'm pretty sure that's what God means.
Dude, I mean, are you okay? Like, because I don't know about all this. Like, I think you need some time to figure yourself out, and
He
not.
helped us, didn't he?
I don't know. All I saw was you like say some words and then everything disappeared. Maybe you just have some secret magic that you want to talk about, and that's fine. You know, that's all you. But like
Secret magic.
I'm not really about all the
Magic.
yeah. I'm not out here trying to pray and all that because I don't think that there's any
Nor did I say I was going to pray.
things or people beings higher.
You say that you don't
beings.
believe in beans, but you do in magic beans.
No, higher
Even if it was
beings,
God,
not
thank
beans.
you.
Well, Christy said, even if it was a god, thank you. No matter what, thank you.
No, I refuse to believe that there's any kind of god or higher
Alright,
power.
so, bless you to whoever just sneezed.
Do as you
and
wish.
those evil bitches-
God, strike him down!
All I know is that I have my own being. Maybe he's not higher, but he's just out here chilling, I guess. And he exists, so I'm gonna go, make sure that he's okay, because clearly something happened, and now he can't leave.
May I accompany you?
I mean, yeah, as long as you don't turn it into a praying session.
I slug.
Dude, come on, bro.
Do you allow it?
I'm not the... Listen, dude. You do actions. I control everything else around this world.
Yeah.
19.
All right. Well, my DC's 10, so it hits.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'm a big freaking dino person, and I have no armor whatsoever. Yes, you're gonna hit.
He punches you for 6 points of damage.
Are you for real?
Call it a praying session again, and it will be much more than that.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
I mean, what else am I supposed to call it?
Call it a praying session again, and it will be different.
You know what? I'm just gonna go over there. All right, just.
And then I follow you.
And Chrissy, before we end things off, what are you doing?
I look over at the two of them as they walk off. I'm like, so no help?
Yo, we're both so stuck in our heads that we just.
Yeah.
She can walk. She's just like super hurt. Like,
Yeah.
Would you like? Okay, I go over to her. I'd be like, "Would you like some assistance upstairs?"
If you talk to me like that again, I will break your arm.
I asked you if you wanted assistance.
Well, it didn't have to be so condescending.
Okay, would you like some assistance upstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gone. I'm mad. I'm already out there.
How would you
going
go
upstairs?
Talk to
Alright.
Yeah.
Do you want me to help you up? Would you like me to carry you? What would you like?
Step. Sorry.
I just need someone to lean on, please, and thank you. But
Okay. I'm
Fine.
gonna
at least removing that half.
I'm gonna carefully, like,
stabbed by that
her
thing.
up so I don't like rip off her arm.
You're not gonna rip off. You're gonna.
I have 20
Just because you have
If
20
I,
strike
like,
doesn't mean
rip
you're
her
the Hulk.
up.
You're gonna.
Oh,
You
that's
help her
fragile.
up like a normal
Okay, I help
person.
her up and then I like help her upstairs.
So you two begin to go back upstairs. Reximus, where are you going? Sorry.
I'm going over to where this horror was.
And with that, that is a good stopping point.
I am still passed out with
Yeah.
my hood over my head. And
We got
my
things
face
done.
full of sleeves. Thank you all so much for watching.
Yep.
It was a good time.
Thank
Hey,
you.
guys.
We'll be back.
Yeah.
Hopefully on time.
I was in a rainstorm.